Well, I appreciate it. What was your name again?
Tim Curtis.
Tim? All right,
What
Tim.
was your name?
I didn't give it, but
What was the one you gave Logan Roberts?
this is Daddy.
Daddy
TRG.
or something like that.
Daddy or boss?
Daddy or boss.
Yeah.
That works for me.
First All time right, I man. Have a audit good in one. The Madison Sheriff's Department. Oh, look. 1342. If I remember correctly, that is Logan's. Or is it 1343? Oh, it's one or the other, but it looks like he's working. So that's good. Let's go inside and see if we can't get a complaint form for a police officer. Let's see, are they open? Locked door, okay. Don't see anything on the wall or anything over here about emergency telephone. Okay, we don't want that. That's interesting. I figured the post office, or not the post office, but the police station. Whoa! Get the fucking hell away from me. Bees. They're already out. It's like the first day of spring and they're already out. So you can't audit the police station here because it's locked. So what I'll do is I'll just come into the municipal building. They should still be open. Right? See if I can't get into the police station through here. $3.18. Still open. How's it going, sir? Hi.
Hi.
You the town clerk?
I am.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Is there a way to actually get into the police station and talk to a police officer?
Well, it depends on if everybody's down there, but the entry door is on the other side on the left.
Yeah, it's locked.
So there's a callback box there.
It says emergency on it, though.
There's- I think there's a pickup.
I can probably answer your question. I'm Tim.
Okay.
So around the side of the building down there, that entrance has an administrative person there every day during the week from 8 to 2.
Oh, okay.
And so those are like the office hours that
I
there's
gotcha.
someone there.
Yeah, because they don't have anything on their window or anything like that outside of the building, so
Yeah.
8 to 2.
8 to 2, and of course there's always a deputy on patrol.
Okay,
And you can usually catch them whether they're there, you know.
gotcha. Yeah, because
The,
there's 2 police cars out there, so
Well, they have a total of 3 cruisers that they rotate through
I gotcha.
for use. One's a spare, and then there's 2 that are usually on. One's on duty, and the other one's there if in the case of an emergency.
I gotcha.
So the direct line there is 696-5373, and if you dial that, and if it's after hours, it'll automatically transfer over to the communication center in East Madison. So
Are you talking about the sheriff's department in the
right, because the Madison Police Department is contracted through the sheriff's department. We don't have a separate police chief or police department. So
I gotcha.
that's a contract that we've had. That we're in our 4th year now with the county.
Oh, okay.
So-
So if I were to, let's say, ask for a complaint form, would I need to go to the sheriff's department in the jail?
If you needed a complaint form, that should be something that the administrator can take care of downstairs.
But I would have to do that around 2
Yeah.
o'clock.
You'd have to do that within those hours, or they can direct it. And there's also administrative staff over at the right where the jail is.
Where the
The
jail is.
the building's part jail, part Somerset County Sheriff's
Yeah,
Office.
I've been there. I didn't really see much of the sheriff down there, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
I like to go around the different towns and video,
Yeah.
make sure that that
You're
everything's
doing your
going.
First Amendment audits, is that what they're called?
If you want to call it that.
Okay, that's what comes up on YouTube. So when you type that in.
Yeah, I mean, I was here. I want to say like a month ago or something like that, maybe a month and a half ago. And really, it's just an education thing, just to let people know that I'm not doing anything, no ill will or anything like that.
Right.
I'm not trying to hurt anyone.
Yep.
It's literally just to teach people about the First Amendment.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. So, and I actually had an encounter with a police officer after I left this building.
Yep. I saw that video.
Did you really?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Me and 27,000 other people. So.
Oh, well, it's at 65 now,
Okay.
66. So, yeah, it's, but yeah, he did good. He did good, in my opinion. A lot of people on there, don't, the internet is a cruel place, but.
It certainly is.
Unfortunately, but, he asked quite a few questions and stuff like that, and I still remember his name, Logan Roberts.
Yep.
So he did a good job as far as that's concerned, but he asked way too many questions, investigating over somebody holding a camera. It's not really necessary. You know what I mean?
So I've got a question for you, but let's let Kathy do her work.
Sure.
Let me ask out here. So part of the education process help me understand. Isn't there some sort of privacy? Do you need someone's permission if you're going to publish something that has my likeness or my?
If the person is in public, no.
Okay.
If the person is in a private area, like for instance, this building is not a private area.
Right.
This building is a public area, just like a police station would be public. Or, for instance, I don't know if you looked at my channel at all, but on my channel, I went to City Hall in Augusta.
Yeah.
I walked all through that building.
Yeah.
Nobody had a problem with me at all.
Yeah, and you went to the.
I also went to the post office, and I went to the federal building in Augusta.
Building. Yeah, I saw
In
that.
Augusta, the federal building was the only place that had a problem with me filming.
But even the way they handled it, I watched that video. I thought, they let you do what you were doing. Obviously, you couldn't go very far, but
Right.
you could just take pictures of the plaques and all the information that was on the
Yeah,
wall.
they were very critical of me even doing that, and that's not appropriate. The problem is that government feels like they're in control 90% of the time, and we the people give the government the control. Right. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Anytime someone from a position says, "Oh, well, this is what the town's doing for you,"
Right.
The answer really is, "Well, this is the town. The people are
Right.
the town."
So, I mean, I wanted to come back up here simply because the last time I came here, the cops were called on me.
Yep.
And also in the post office over here, they told me that I wasn't allowed to film inside the lobby.
Yep.
Which is, again, not true because they are a federal building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's really what it comes down to. I know they do have things as far as privacy is concerned. Like, I don't want to film anyone's credit card information or anything like that. I'm not trying to get any of that information, and nor would I ever post any of that on the internet.
What about people?
What
about people underage, under 18?
So under the age of 18, again, it's still it's up to the person who's taking the video. Obviously, I don't have any reason or any, I don't need to post anyone's child online.
Right.
I have children myself, so I understand how that is.
The reason I ask that is I know that at the school they're always having you sign these waivers.
Oh yeah.
If your children's likeness is used to promote something online.
Oh yes, of course.
Like
Yeah. There's laws like that for children, but it's really just to put the parents at ease.
Yeah.
That's really all it comes down to. If somebody wants to use my child's face on a school board or something like that, that's fine with me. I don't care. Because taking a picture does not hurt the child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt the child. It doesn't hurt anyone. So that's why there's an issue in today's society where people are kind of scared of people with cameras, and there's no reason to be.
So I think if I recall the scenario, the reason we probably called down to the police station, and maybe we look at it differently because we're all in the same building, so it's just a matter of picking up the phone.
Right.
Probably was more on the side of we didn't quite understand, and so this made us suspicious. And not so much on the whether or not you're carrying a camera.
Right.
So, and after learning more about the whole First Amendment audits and that sort of thing, I have a better understanding of where you were
But see,
coming
so here, if I had never done that, and somebody else who wasn't coming here to do something that was legit, like auditing, if somebody else was coming here to take video or pictures of the building, and let's say the cop did something different, because if you watch enough auditing videos, there are police that
from. Oh yeah.
that do not follow the law correctly.
Right.
And unfortunately, that becomes an issue. And it's just about respect for everyone. You know what I
Right.
mean? Everybody has a camera pretty much in their pocket nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea that we're not allowed to take that camera out and video anyone that we want in public is a common misconception.
It is. It's
know.
very common.
And as far as these buildings are concerned, making sure that the buildings are kept up and stuff like that, because this is where our tax dollars go to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes we go to buildings like the federal building, and the people inside feel like they're protecting everyone inside from
Right.
someone with a camera.
Right.
Like I'm going to go in and try to take pictures of things that I shouldn't be taking pictures of. I'm there for a reason. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Did you get pictures of the new paint job? New signs? I mean, we've really done a good job.
Yeah. In the last month, you guys painted and stuff like that?
Oh no, this was like this when you were here a month ago.
Oh, okay.
So you got
I didn't pay too much attention to the walls. I paid attention to like that
information
stuff.
boards. And
Yeah.
that
And
sort
that's
of
really what it's about. I mean, it's honestly not about, trying to invade people's privacy. It's about teaching people the laws and their rights. You know, so other people will go out and do the same thing, because everyone has the same right, the right to press.
One of the things that you must run up against a lot is that there is so much press on suspicious activity, workplace violence, something where, okay, if this person comes in here, why are they here?
Right.
That certainly would raise the suspicion level. I mean, at our staff meetings, we have staff trainings about what do you do if someone comes in here and it looks like they're going to be violent, or it looks like something bad is going to happen.
Well,
So-
I mean, the thing about that is that the camera doesn't make you suspicious.
Well, the first thing that will come to my mind
You know what I
is,
mean?
well, the first thing to come to my mind is, are you casing the joint?
Right.
Are you checking to see if we have security cameras?
But casing the joint
Are
for
you-
what?
Are you checking to see if we have security cameras?
That's true.
The town office over in Anson. I don't know if you've been there.
I have not.
They
no.
were broken into last year, and a substantial amount of cash was taken.
Why do they keep cash in the town hall?
That's a question for that town office. So, but that's one of the things that when you see people coming in and you're not really sure why they're there,
Right.
then those are the things that go through your mind.
The sole reason why I got into this thing, auditing, is because I started watching YouTube videos. I saw that it was a good cause. Some people do not understand the First Amendment. They don't even understand their rights half the time.
Yep.
And so if I can educate even one person while doing this, even though I am technically putting myself in harm's way, because I could get tackled to the ground.
Right.
I could get followed by the police. I've seen auditors followed by the police.
Right.
Logan was pretty good about not doing that.
Yeah.
But
how much of that is they're doing their job? How much of that is they're following up to see what's going on and make a judgment decision?
and then how much of it is harassment?
Yeah, I think that's
You know
a
what I
fine
mean?
line.
It's very fine, and
Yeah.
that's unfortunately the problem with today's society is people are so, oh man, that person walking down the street, they could be suspicious. Maybe I should go arrest them, or maybe I should go throw them to the ground. I've seen lots of videos where people get thrown to the ground for no reason.
I think that crosses the line. I mean, it's one thing to stop, ask them what they're up to. Hey, how are you doing? You need any help with anything? But just throwing somebody to the ground, obviously,
Right.
that's way across the line.
And it's in Maine. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anything where police in Maine are belligerent or start giving people a hard time. I've already done several audits on several police stations,
Yeah.
but the major cities,
Yeah.
I haven't done those yet. I've been doing the towns because I'm just getting started on it.
Yeah.
But it's honestly, it's just about education.
Yeah.
And it's just teaching people that, I mean, you know, if I had never come here in the first place, your staff may think somebody walking in here with a camera is suspicious. If you guys have nothing to hide, then it's not suspicious.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no reason for me to, if I'm just looking at this bulletin board, there shouldn't be anything on this bulletin board at all
Sure.
that would be anything that I shouldn't take a look at.
Yeah.
It's on there so people can look at it. You know what I mean?
But you know what makes it suspicious is
Not saying anything.
in the last 5 years, I think you're the only person ever to come in here and take a picture of that.
Right.
So that's what makes it, I should say, out of the ordinary.
Right.
And when something's out of the ordinary, it does get people a little more apprehensive.
Absolutely.
So.
And I absolutely agree with you. I think that people feel the need to think that things are either suspicious or out of the ordinary because things like this don't happen every day.
Right.
Because if they did happen every day, people would be educated and they would understand the laws.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if everyone got out their cameras and recorded these buildings, that would be a better thing, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I tell you, one of the things I do is if I have to go to somebody's property and there's a violation on their property, in other words, they've got trash out front or something that's against an ordinance, and I pull out my camera and I stand on the side of the road and I take pictures.
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
I'm documenting. It's part of my job. And as a town...
What do you do here at
I'm
the city?
I'm the town manager.
Oh, the town manager.
So
Nice.
can't you tell by the way I'm dressed? No. So, but if I'm doing that in my capacity as the town manager, I have the right to be there and take that picture. But I get a lot of choice words. Sometimes.
Everyone has that right, though. You know, if you're standing on a public sidewalk, you have the right to take a picture of anything from public. Now, whether or not you take pictures of people's properties is different.
Yeah, so let's clarify that. So if I'm standing on the sidewalk and there are kids playing in a playground, do I have the right to take a picture of that and post it online? I think that's crossing the line.
You have the right, but is it a good idea? Probably not.
Yeah, that's where I'd be a little.
Yeah, is it a good idea? Probably not. I mean, that's why I've seen. I talk to auditors across the country, and they I've asked a couple of people, well, do you guys have kids? Yeah, oh yeah, we have kids. If somebody was taking pictures of my kids, like specifically my kids are not government officials. They're not town officials here in this town office.
Right.
They're not police officers.
Yeah.
There's no reason to take a picture of somebody just because, but government officials, town offices, and stuff like that.
Right.
These people need to be professional. They're in a workplace environment, first of all.
Yeah.
A kid is different. A kid is just going to be playing, and who knows why the person is taking the picture of the kid.
Yeah.
So, yes, investigating that person, because they could be a pedophile or something like that.
Yeah.
You never know.
Right.
Then it is within their right to do so, but at the same time, they're trying to take that right away from people.
Yeah.
Especially pedophiles.
Yeah.
If they're a sex offender or something like that, then they're trying to take that right away from them. Whether or not it's going to pass, I don't know. But it does draw some sort of line in the sand. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
These buildings and stuff like that, however, are still up for game.
Sure. So this is my last question.
Sure.
In the world of folks that are doing these types of audits, sometimes I think the cynical side of me thinks they're just looking to trap somebody. They're looking to try to get somebody to cross the line, and then they're going to call their lawyer.
Yeah.
And like if I was to grab you by the collar and toss you out of here and say, "Don't come back," you'd probably take issue with that.
Yeah, I don't think I would call a lawyer, but I would probably post it online, and that would probably get a lot of views. And then you may have people coming from all over the country to your little town office. That's more
hypothetical.
Yeah, no, that's more the situation that tends to happen with auditors, because we know we can't win as far as somebody throws us out or whatever. All we can do is stand there and record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is basically our like a police officer has a gun. This
Right.
is our gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is our protection.
Protection,
So to
and
speak.
essentially you would be basically posting that and
Right.
let the court of public opinion decide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And usually there's also other things that that auditors do, especially people that have, you know, tens of thousands of subscribers.
Yeah.
I don't have that many yet.
Yeah.
But in a month's time I've already gained like 800.
Oh, boy.
So it's, I mean, honestly, that's awesome, but at the same time I want to do the entire state of Maine,
Yeah.
and then I want to go beyond that if I can. But it's not about the fame. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about making sure that people understand
Yep.
the First Amendment, and that not only do I have that right to do it, but you have the right, and policy doesn't trump rights.
Yep.
You know, like over in the post office over here, the guy thinks that he's in the right to tell me to leave the post office, and I'm like, no, you're confused. You're a government official. I have the right to be here. This is a public lobby. You know what I mean? So I'll not take up any more of your time. We've already been recording for like 20 minutes, but but no, I appreciate the fact that you stood here and talked to me and stuff like that. I really wish I would have been able to go into the police station and talk to them, because first of all, I want to tell Logan Roberts what a good job he did the last time I was here, and you know, it's all about the film, honestly. You know, getting people on camera and getting their reactions. I don't want to trap anyone. Like, that's not my intention. Some auditors do that. They do create, you know, chaos and problems, and they, you know, they're using their First Amendment as far as speech is concerned as well.
Yeah.
You know, so that does tend to create an issue sometimes, but I'm not that way. I'm not trying to trap anyone. I just want to make sure that people understand their rights.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, next week, anytime between 8 and 2, they should be
8 and
down.
2. All right. Well, I appreciate it. What was your name again?
Tim Curtis.
Tim? All right,
What
Tim.
was your name?
I didn't give it, but
What was it one you gave Logan Roberts?
Daddy.
Big Daddy or something like that?
Daddy or boss?
Daddy or boss.
Yeah.
That works for me.
All right, man. Have a good one. That's hilarious. Well, see, look at that. They understand. I love it.